Hey people, this is We187 and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System in English. In the last video, we killed Judge Geese and we got off the Leviathan, and then we were sort of wandering around and we were trying to see if we could accept hunts, and then each attempt that I tried to accept failed because there were no hunts to accept at the time. Well, not without me completing some or moving on in the story anyway. And since the only hunts that we have left are, well, to do right now, are, this one, the Cluckatrice, and the Cluckatrice is, I think, a bit strong. I like to wait until, like, around, well, by the time you're strong enough to go to Jahara, which is later, you can do it, but then it's the rains in Giza. So once, the weather starts changing is when I do it. I do it, like, later into the game. And then there's this one, Pilica. It's for the Rock Toys hunt. It's actually, I probably could handle it now, but I'd rather wait till I'm at least over level 20, and right now we're still in the teens, so I'd rather wait. And since this episode's going to have quite a lot of cutscenes in it, I've decided to make it 2 parts, so essentially this whole episode is a half hour split into 2 15-minute videos. So yeah, that should be cool, because I'm planning on hopefully getting a lot done in this half hour. Not much to do except continue with the story right now. Sorry if I sound kind of quiet. I'm recording this, right now it's 1:48 a.m. and I need to go to bed soon, but I want to get a recording out of the way because I haven't gotten a chance to record all day. And this is
when Vossler learned my father had
Ashe.
been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenaster, there to aid
Well,
my
that's not,
escape.
that's a statue.
There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire.
I like his accent. It's like, I don't know what it is, what kind of accent it would be.
The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion.
If you know what accent it is, tell me in the comments, please.
At the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons. Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
Halim, we are past all this. Bushirba must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
He sighs and he stands up. I once knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms. Her funkle's arms? Her uncle's arms. I said funkle.
Your Majesty is a woman grown now.
The funkle.
Then Bushirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vane. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen. Without that, the Grand Kiltias on Boomises cannot and will not recognize your Majesty as the rightful heir. You may yet be a princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless.
So basically, she... basically, I can't talk.
I cannot just wait.
Then
she can't really do anything because she doesn't have proof to prove that she's a princess.
Uncle Halim.
And she's angry about that, and I sympathize with her.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days? Food would be a start. The good stuff, mind you.
It can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Best bring a change of clothes, too.
To rescue the princess, we only got ourselves arrested and then broke out and, like, fought a judge. Nothing major. Oh, and I like this cutscene. This is the cutscene where Ashe attempts to steal Balthier's airship Destral. And unexpected stuff happens.
What are you doing? This is Balthier's ship.
I'm going to retrieve the Dawn Shard. It's the proof that I need. I know where it's hidden. I'll return his airship later.
Are you crazy?
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will
won't
not
be made to hide.
I'll fight alone if I must.
I love her
You still
determined
have Bosch,
personality.
right?
It's amazing.
Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships.
Really, it
what
is.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to concentrate.
That's quite enough, Your Majesty.
What do you think?
A bit over the top.
In my line of work, you never know when something like this
I
might
love
come in
that
handy.
thing. I'm trying to concentrate. It's a voice changer thing. I wish
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
they should have made one of those,
You can't.
like,
Trust me,
to
you're
sell,
better off staying here.
like at the Square Enix
Suppose you
shop or
kidnapped
something.
me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to ask?
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Raithwall's tomb.
Whistle.
King Raithwall, you say?
Kidnapping royalty is a serious offense. It won't do much to lower the bounty on your head.
How much is the price on your head these days, I wonder?
Allow me to escort you in Vosla's place.
Will you be joining us?
What? Are you kidding? I don't want to stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Canelo?
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before
I
the
find it
Marquis
weird
realizes she's
how
missing,
Fran is
like
green-ish.
proper kidnappers.
Like, in that one part, she's always been sort of green. I don't know if it's like the light reflecting off onto her hair and that side of her body, but I've always taken note of her greenness. And this is a cutscene with, well, I think this is the first of many cutscenes that sort of zoom in on the Arcadian Empire. This is Arcades. We'll actually be traveling to it later. And, oh wow, this is going to be a huge chunk of episodes traveling to Arcades. But that's not for a while. And coming out of this little airship thing is Judge Gabranth. He was the one who we saw in the Nalbina dungeons, if you remember. It's that same one. I love this scene. It has amazing music and everything. I love this music.
Dr. Sid, does this set Draclaw?
Oh, there they go, talking about that maniac again.
He receives funds from Lord Vane.
The best Sid in all of Final
His agency
Fantasy.
in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zekt, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
And in case you don't know, this is Emperor Gramis. He's the Emperor of Arcadia.
My lord.
And he is sick.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young, fledgling emperor.
I always liked the Arcadian flag. It looks cool.
Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca.
He's talking about Bosch.
Did you never think to follow him?
In case you didn't get the hint by
I
now.
follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
If you didn't get the hint that Gabranth and Bosch are brothers.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa.
You know,
You must ensure that it does
every
not.
time I see Emperor Gramis,
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
every time I see Emperor Gramis, I always think of Gabranth Daisley now from FF13.
Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane.
Even though Emperor Gramis is a much more honorable person than
My lord,
than Daisley is in 13.
Do this for me, Gabranth.
Because at least Gramis has some sense
I
of...
could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
See, at least he has some sense of, like, humanity and compassion a little bit. He's not totally evil, even though he might have done some ruthless things in the past. But just their looks, like, he just reminds me of Gabranth Daisley. And I do not like Gabranth Daisley. Although I like his theme, his musical theme from FF13. It's the one that plays when you're in Edenhall. Oh, that's amazing music. And we are now in the Dalmasca Westersand, although we did come here before for the Thextera hunt, if you remember. It's like episode 3 or something like that.
Wow.
Wow, vanishing.
This come in handy often?
It's tough being popular. Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Across the Sand Sea, to the Valley of the Dead, and to King Raithwall's tomb below.
And that's where we're headed.
Skystones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
Happy you get to teach me something for a change?
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, you gotta know your...
Hey, what do you mean for a change?
Come on.
At least we thought to bring entertainment.
Says who? You want to see what they think about it?
I like how Ashe facepalms. It's funny. Anyway, we're finally done with cutscenes. Whoa, those cutscenes were so long that my controller turned off. Wow. Yeah. See, my sole complaint about Final Fantasy XII is that it's badly paced with the story. There's a lot of gameplay, but then there's randomly a lot of cutscenes, and those cutscenes last a while. Like, this cutscene was like, I don't know, it was closer to 15 minutes, which is why I had to split up the video into 2 parts. But I guess it's good, because then you get like a half-hour long episode today. What we want to do first is save. Save. And okay, that took a little while, but if you talk to Nono, here, he's like, don't you worry about the Strahl, Kupo, I'll keep an eye on her. No, wait, both eyes. And Nono better, because actually, something is going to happen to the Strahl in a little bit, because Nono will take one eye off. Oh, just so you know, there is a shop up here that you can talk to this guy. And I don't think we have anything to sell. No, we have nothing to sell. But in case you're not up to date with your equipments and stuff, you can buy stuff. Well, no, I don't think you can even do that, because this equipment's really outdated at this point of the game. Yeah, there's nothing really, only if you want to get, like, items and stuff, you can buy... Oh, I'm selling. That's why stuff is outdated.